Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your daily cricket show, the Cricket Happening show. I'll be a bit late one today, and as far as today's Cricket Happening show is concerned, it's going to be the preview of the final one-day international of the three-match ODI series, which is coming up tomorrow. Yes, it's a mere formality but for West Indies, it is still important because West Indies, after coming to the United Arab Emirates, have not got a single win under their belt against Pakistan. So they are still searching for that elusive win, West Indies. And the West Indies have been struggling. They have been having their fallibilities against Spain, and that is something that has been haunting them throughout in this particular tour. And that is what one is waiting to see from the West Indies, whether they can do any improvement and pull off a surprise win tomorrow against Pakistan. Because Pakistan, if at all they win tomorrow, then not only that, as you know, Pakistan and West Indies are the ones who are vying for the automatic qualification in the World Cup. Because if you are not automatically going to qualify, you'll have to go and play a tournament with some other nations, which no team wants to do. But really, I would say Pakistan are doing very well now, right now, and West Indies are the ones who are struggling. And if West Indies lose the match tomorrow, it will be the whitewash. So it will be the second whitewash for them in the series. First it was T20 whitewash, now it is the 50 overs whitewash. So that is something that West Indies don't want to. They know that they are a very good outfit, and one has to see what really comes along tomorrow. That is as far as. So I'll be doing a preview of the West Indies versus Pakistan game, which is coming up tomorrow. And the other match is, if the series has to be kept alive, Australia have to really pull up their socks tomorrow, and come what may, they have to win it. Because if Australia allows South Africa to win, then I am afraid to say that in this 5-match ODI series, South Africa would be the victors in the series. But Australia, I'm sure, would have a lot of plans up their sleeve. They might have done a lot of scheming, and they would have looked into all those videos and looked at the strengths and weaknesses of the players. And I'm sure we are going to see a different Australian side tomorrow at the Kingsmead in Durban, because they know how important this match is. If at all this series has to be kept alive, the onus is on Australia to go and actually win against South Africa. So these are the two matches that I'm going to look at, preview, and then if at all any cricket news is there, if time permitting, I will also dwell on that. So first, let me start off with the preview, and the first preview that I'm going to start off is Pakistan and West Indies, and all the eyes will be on West Indies. As I said, they are the ones who are still hunting for one elusive victory against Pakistan. They have not won anything after coming to the United Arab Emirates. They have been having their struggles against the spin bowlers. Now for West Indies, are they contemplating any changes? Whether Craig Brathwaite is going to continue. I sincerely feel that Craig Brathwaite should probably make way for probably Evan Lewis, because now West Indies have nothing to lose, so they can really go hammer and tongs at the Pakistani bowlers, but not really literally, but definitely they can see to it that they can go full tilt at the Pakistanis. So Evan Lewis and Charles could open, and then the solidity of Darren Bravo, Marlon Samuels is always there. And then Dinesh Ramadhan, the wicketkeeper, has not really done anything of note in this particular tour. Kieron Pollard has been a big disappointment on this tour. I mean, you rarely see Kieron Pollard being struggling for runs, and that's happened to Kieron Pollard. We know what a mercurial player he is, and that has really affected West Indies, according to me. And also, Jason Holt is the captain who's leading the side. Carlos Brathwaite has not brought up any of his pyrotechnics that we have seen from him. Probably one needs more from Carlos Brathwaite. And then Sunil Nareem's spin has not been so effective against the Pakistanis, and Suleiman Ben and Alzari Joseph. So West Indies definitely, one is having a look at, and tomorrow Shannon Gabriel once again might not play, and Alzari Joseph would continue to keep his place. But as far as Pakistan are concerned, they are looking. I mean, Babar Azam is almost, I would say, going on to a record tomorrow. If he goes on to make, there are only two batsmen in the history of Pakistan who have made 300s in successive ODI innings, and one happens to be the very, very great former great player from Pakistan, Zahir Abbas, and a very, very strokeful player of his time, Saeed Anwar, the left-handed batsman. So Babar Azam is on the quest of a sort of a record tomorrow, whether he can actually join the elite two elite players like Zahir Abbas and Saeed Anwar. So that is going to be seen. If Babar Azam can do it tomorrow, that will be something that Babar Azam will be really proud of. 3 centuries in 3 matches. And let me tell you, he has been a real toast of this Pakistan team in this ODI series. I mean, only three matches to be played. 2 matches, he has got already 2 centuries under his belt, and tomorrow the third one is coming up, and I'm sure his confidence is sky high. Azhar Ali has been struggling with the bat, no doubt about it. Even though he's the captain of the team, he has had his struggles. Sharjeel Khan has not been able to go on to any big innings. He has been giving his wicket away, and that is something that Sharjeel Khan has to see as to how he can prolong the innings, because an opening partnership is always important in ODI cricket. Shoaib Malik not only lends the solidity, but Shoaib Malik the other day showed how aggressive he can be with the bat. And then Sarfraz Ahmed always there to chip in. Umar Akmal or Rizwan, I'm sure it could be probably Umar Akmal tomorrow. And then the spinners, which has been really sort of putting a noose around the West Indies batsman's neck here. Mohammad Nawaz, the spinner, and Imad Wazim, who have been causing a lot of problems. Imad Wazim in particular causing extreme problems, but he was a bit, I would say, a bit awry in the previous one day international. And then the pace would be in the hands of Hassan Ali, Wahab Riaz, who always turns up his pace, and then Rahat Ali. Rahat Ali is a good prospect, no doubt about it. So it should be interesting for Pakistan. They have nothing to lose. They are, I'm sure they're going to go all guns booming against the West Indies tomorrow. This match is going to be played in Abu Dhabi, and what they want is they definitely would be wanting to make a whitewash of the series, and also expect Babar Azam to go and actually score his third successive ODI century. Well, whether that happens, one is not, but I'm sure Pakistan definitely looking favourites from what they have done. It's only a matter of West Indies having to stop the Pakistan juggernaut tomorrow, whether they can do that. So that is as far as that match is concerned. Now, let's head towards the preview of the other match, which is South Africa and Australia. Now, Australia this is a 5-match ODI series. As I said, if at all this ODI series has to be kept alive, Australia has to really has to be really kicking, live and kicking tomorrow. Now for Australia, the problem area has been the bowling has been a big problem. I mean, they had Daniel Worrell, then they had experimented with their bowling has been the main problem, and that is what has really enabled South Africa to score a mountain of runs. Chris Tremaine, Daniel Worrell, all newbies here, and they have been struggling. And other than that, John Hastings is the only one who has got some sort of handle on the African batsman. And there's not Mitchell Marsh has not been able to do much, and the spin of Adam Zampa has been not very effective, but definitely effective. And so the problem for Australia happens to be the bowling. If they can actually stop South Africa from scoring a mountain of runs, I think Australia will be well placed, because their batting order, batting is pretty strong. Their strength is their batting. David Warner, Aaron Finch, Steve Smith, George Bailey, Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, an all-rounder, Matthew Wade, John Hastings with the bat. But the bowling is the one which is like a big question mark for them. So tomorrow it seems that Chris Tremaine and Daniel Worrell will play. So John Mennie, who made his debut, is out of the equation here. And so very simply put here, the Australian bowling has to do something about it, and we know it's a learning curve for them. taking over from such experienced bowlers like Mitchell Starc and Josh Hazlewood, who are always on the money. Josh Hazlewood was a very, very economical bowler, and Mitchell Starc, we know in Sri Lanka what he did, how he used to get breakthroughs at a very, very regular pace. Now, as far as South Africa are concerned, definitely one can't take away the credit for what they are doing. Just because Australia has a weak bowling lineup doesn't mean that South Africa are just taking it for granted. But has one thing is there, that one is able to see some real quality stroke play coming in, and the pitches have also been. Also have to say that these pitches have been really, really helping, no doubt about it. And Quinton de Kock, he's in some great form, and really Roseau. Now that is going to be a question. As I said, Hashim Amla was declared fit, and he was not selected really. But really, Roseau in the second one-day international, I thought he played superbly. It was such sweet stroke making was seen from really Roseau. Now, whether Hashim Amla will be given an opportunity, I think on the basis of form, I think really Roseau would keep his place. Du Plessis, already coming on the heels of a very, very good century the other day, the captain's knock. JP Duminy, that has been a refreshing part for the South Africans here. Because JP Duminy, as you know, has been struggling a lot, but JP Duminy has definitely come to the party in a big way, and that is good news. David Miller, the Tonker, and then Farhan Bahadin. Now, whether tomorrow one is just tempted to feel whether Hashim Amla might be accommodated in the lineup by probably dropping Farhan Bahadin, and I wouldn't be surprised, because the bowling, they have lots of bowlers in the mix. They have Wayne Parnell, Wayne Pretorius, or Andil Felukavayo. So I'm sure Andil Felukavayo has been doing a good job, so he will definitely keep his place. Kyle Abbott, Dale Steyn, definitely bound to play. Kagiso Rabada and Imran Tahir. So I'm not seeing any changes, but I would be. But let's have a look at the pitch as to how the pitch is going to play. Well, the pitch has received some rain, so probably the spinners might get something out of this wicket to me, and might not be the same free scoring game that we have seen in the previous two one-day internationals, to my reckoning. So one has to wait and watch what. So in that case, I think the bowling has to be strengthened for South Africa. So South Africa definitely strengthened the bowling. So Farhan Bahadin, I would rather say that Farhan Bahadin has to be played, because he's such a type of bowler. He's a trundler, and he also is batting. Definitely his fielding is good. So Farhan, probably Hashim Amla might even miss out this particular match, which is sad, but it could happen. So, well, in all, as I said, for South Africa, they are strong in both the departments. But as far as Australia are concerned, they are definitely weak in the bowling department. But their batting has been the batting department has been very powerful. But one has to really wait and watch as to what really comes up tomorrow when the match starts. As I said, the owners will be on Australians to go and win the match, so that they keep the series alive. Okay, so, and this match is going to be played at Kingsmead in Durban. Okay, so now let's get on to some cricket news. The cricket news that I have is that Shikhar Dhawan of India has injured himself, and Gautam Gambhir, who has come in, one probably is definitely going to see the comeback man Gautam Gambhir open the innings in the third Test match, with Gambhir being ruled out, and Karun Nair has also been included in the Test squad because of Gambhir actually having an injury. And the other news, England in Bangladesh have started off on the right note. They have actually picked up their first victory in a one-day international there, when the England played the BCB 11. And for Bangladesh, even though Imrul Kais made a century, but Butler and Moeen Ali made sure that England will get their first victory. And other than that, as you know, the ICC has been insisting on every respective countries to go and actually experiment with the pink ball in domestic cricket, and that is finally going, not domestic cricket, on whenever any opportunity presents itself. So Sri Lanka, who has been of all the nations, one could say, has been very late in introducing the pink ball. Is definitely being going to introduce the pink ball in a match which is going to be played between Sri Lanka A and West Indies A team, and so that would be heralding the entry of the pink ball in Sri Lankan cricket. So ICC has already given, as you know, they have already told all the cricket boards to see to it that every country experiments with day-night cricket with a pink ball, and because one knows that pink ball is the one is going to be the way to go, and the future is going to be day-night Test cricket. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think it's about time for me to actually leave you all on this cricket show by bidding you all a very good night. Thank you.